Let him get some for a second. I actually had a question for you, Matt. We were talking in a pre-fight interview about your idea of the demotion to the prelims and resetting your mind and resetting your career. Was this the fight tonight that you wanted to have? Do you feel that this was the performance that really will deliver you, back on track to the title shots?
Well, we talked about this moment being a UFC champion since you arrived in the UFC, even before that. Now that it's here, now that that belt is sitting in front of you, can you just express what you're feeling, what that moment was in the cage, to have your name announced, to have that belt wrapped around you?
I didn't really think what way I was going to react. I didn't know what way I was going to react, but when I put him away and then I jumped on the cage and then my coach was like right there on the cage with me and I was just looking around and everything, it overwhelmed me and I came to tears. It has been a hell of a ride. 2 years, just over 2 years I'm here. I've already broke every single record in the game and it does not come easy. Trust me when I tell you there's a lot of work involved. It's not just about showing up at the gym. It's not just about that, there's a lot involved. I haven't been home. I've been home 19 days this year. And I've been constantly working, constantly promoting, constantly handling my media obligations, as well as keeping on top of my weight, as well as keeping on top of my skill level, as well as managing niggling injuries. It's a crazy game. And I absolutely love it. I love this job, I love this game, I love this ride I'm on. And I am happy to have taken the gold. It would not matter if it was Jose or it was Chad. This was my belt, this was my night. Chad mauled Jose in their fight. I feel it was a back and forth, evenly fought fight, but I was never in any danger in that contest tonight, and I felt extremely confident. I spoke to him throughout every single exchange that it was nothing. You're against a different animal now.
With everything that you just said about not being home very often, everything that came with this, and still loving it, we asked Dana earlier, do you have a timeline? Do you have when you'd like to do this with Jose?
I will talk, Right now, tonight I'm going to toast good business. And it was damn good business. I said I would KO him with inside 2 rounds. I put a friendly little wager with my business partners on. And I succeeded in that friendly wager. So I'm going to toast good business tonight. I'm going to head out, I'm going to celebrate with my country and with my team specifically. I want to give a shout out to my team that have been with me since day one. Everyone that's come up on this ride and the people that came over to the Mac Mansion for 14 weeks out of their life and dedicated their whole life to me. And everyone that's been on this journey with me, we all stepped it up a notch here. So I honestly believe there is no such thing as self-made. I believe that is a term that does not exist. For me, it simply doesn't. The people who've been around me my whole career have helped shape this moment. And this night and this moment is for them. So we will celebrate tonight.
Conor, down here to your left. I know you said before you don't think that Jose Aldo's coming back, you think that he's running, but if he were to come back, do you think that a stadium is the only venue that could host that fight?
We know we could do a stadium, no problem, but we'll see. I heard about the new Vegas arena that's opening up. When I make my way to the gym, I see this new big Vegas arena. It's like a 20,000 plus seater. It looks like a phenomenal arena. Maybe there we can do it. I don't know. I heard they are planning maybe Vegas for it, but we'll see. I'm open. The stadium show in Dublin will happen, make no mistake about that. Well, I'm going to put Jose at a distant memory right now because I don't think he deserves to be spoken about here. He didn't show up. This was the event that we built. He should have made that walk. And respect to Chad for making that walk and showing up. But in my opinion, Jose's done. If it comes back around, we'll discuss it then. But right now, this is my night. This is Ireland's night. This is Team Straight Blast Gym's night. My coach John, my family, everyone that's been with me. This is our night.
Also, you talked about how much media you did leading up to this fight. Did you learn anything through this process, or have any plans to change how you approach doing media for a fight the next time around?
You know, it's damn hard work. But then, every time I say, you know what, fuck this. Next time I'm not doing all of this. And then I get handed the check. All right. At the weigh-in, you know, I didn't really get to embrace what was actually happening at the weigh-in because I was cutting weight. And when I left the stage, I was like, man, I should have just taken my time a little bit on that stage because that was a phenomenal moment. And looking back at the pictures that I've seen from the weigh-ins, it was like something out of the Coliseum. This whole weekend has been unbelievable, and honestly, I am extremely grateful for every person that made a lot of sacrifice, saved up to make this trip, because this is a big expense to come out here to Las Vegas, and that's, you know, that to me, when Jose pulled and didn't mention nothing about the fans or nothing like that, and then started supporting Chad, and it was just they were weird little buddies, that left a bad taste in my mouth, you know. I couldn't do that. I showed up to fight. I respect the people that have sacrificed a lot of their money, their time, to make this trip, to support the event. So it just hit me all at the end of the fight, and it just overwhelmed me, the support and the passion from the fans. I am forever grateful.
I'll take 2 more questions.
Hi, Conor and Dana, for the both of you, just right down in front, guys. Historically, boxing and MMA, heavyweights, or at least the heavier divisions, have traditionally been the biggest drawing divisions. Boxing's shifted lately, with you and Ronda now being maybe the 2 biggest pay-per-view draws in the company right now. I was just hoping to get maybe some perspective on the changing mindsets, maybe, if you will.
I don't think weight has got to do with anything, you know. It just happened to be that the heavyweights there was a buzz in the heavyweight division, but the heavyweight division in the UFC right now is building steam. But right now I'm running the game. I have every record in the book, the gate, the pay-per-view, all the viewing figures on Fox, UFC Fight Pass, highest attended weigh-ins. I have every record right now, and at the end of the day, I'm still only 26 years of age. I am still very, very young in this game. So I feel myself and Ronda's an absolute machine. She's an animal. And I relate to Ronda a lot because I know the work she puts in media-wise and training-wise, and I look at her and I take a great inspiration from Ronda and her work ethic. I feel it's me and Ronda at the top of the game. And I'm honoured, but there are many exciting fights and exciting names coming up. I mean, Robbie Lawler was phenomenal. That Robbie and Rory fight was absolutely phenomenal. I must pay my respect to that. 2 absolute warriors took every shot and still came forward. I mean, this is what this sport is about. What a night of fighting, you know. So I'm just happy to close out the show on the sport that I love and introduce everyone that may have not seen it before, maybe a new audience. But this is our sport. This is the UFC, and this is as real as it gets.